is going to be messy. Hello and welcome to this week's video. Well, the completed project from a video or two back, because of the split, well, it was finished, but unsaleable. So now the piece of wood becomes my personal plaything. Right, this has been sanded to 400 grit, which is much finer than I normally would sand before staining. And interesting to see how this Hampshire Sheen white stain sits on the surface. Although I said it's going to be messy, I think I'm going to try to do something subtle. Why would I want to do that? I'll try to answer that question as we go along. Humming and hawing about the inside, but I don't think I will stain the inside. You can see quite a bit of grain or sanding dust, even though I'd wiped it off, but it is a dusty workshop. I think it's actually bits of paper coming off more than anything. Sky blue. I think it used to be called stone blue. I'm sure I've got that in an old little sample box. Like getting all of the rim done. It's a bit splodgy there. Never mind. It's a prototype. Right, so it's been drying over a week now. So the white water stain, the blue water stain, very dry, not moving, not smudging, but can see quite chalky, and that's really probably all of that white that was put on. So I've got to see if I can actually do something with it and whether it'll has any longevity. Bit of sanding sealer then. Right, got pretty good coverage with that. Just got to give it time to dry and then have a go with some of the lacquer. Sanding sealer has dried and a clean hand, so that has done its job. Sealed the colour on, so now let's get some shine on it. Love that sheen. Getting into a new delicate blue and white pottery kind of rip-off. Just giving it a little rub down. I've actually managed to pick up a bit of red somehow. Let's wipe off any dust. Right, so lacquer's dried. It's had quite a few days actually to dry. Now a bit of Chestnut's burnishing cream, just to give that a nice smooth finish. So putting it on with a bit of safety cloth. Don't need lots, but you need enough to get it lubricated so that there's no dry patches. I can find sometimes the cloth can catch. So that's running about 900. Just moving the paper to the outside edge all the time. Swap to a drier part of it now. Again, no great pressure going onto the paper. It really is very pastel-y for me, isn't it? That is a shock to the system. There's a drier bit here which I'm going to use. And then the last thing will be to take out the inside and get a bit of wax in there. I don't like shiny bare wood. So that last bit of paper was coming quite clean. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And now finishing off, so cut and polish. Sanded that to 320. And more than halfway through my second tin of this. Love this stuff. I meant to leave it a minute or so to allow it to sort of some of the solvents to start going off. I'm normally too impatient for that, but oh, there, I've waited long enough. Bring the speed up a bit more. And even a bit more, I think. Usual thing, white cloth, white nye web racks, and while it's spinning we just clean that back off a little bit as well. So here it is, minimalist pastel-y Mr. Farini. What has become of me? Probably I'd like a few more colours, but I have been very restrained, you'll have to admit, to keeping it to 2 colours. And it is a shame that there is a split in here somewhere. The stain actually has done a pretty good job of hiding it. Maybe the white, bit more filling of the crack. I can't actually see it on that side anymore. Aha, there it is on the back. No, it's hidden. Maybe I could sell it. Don't tell anyone about the fault. Right, still images, of course. You could use any colour over the top of this. 1 or 2 places where my cloth was not quite clean. Got a bit of contamination on it. But in terms of the design of it, a nice OG shape around the back. Although that looks a little bit lumpy. But on the top, I like, as you can see there, it's got a little undercut, just leading the eye in, giving it much more, sort of lifts the outside of the rim and draws the eye in instead of it being flat and looking a bit droopy. That's not a good look. Right, until next time, thanks for watching. Sorry, Valerie. No funny outtake this week. Please forgive me.